Okay, I think we'll go ahead and get started. I don't have any challenges at the moment, but the plan for today is to play against viewers. So if you feel like playing against me, getting some pointers if you're a beginner, or teaching me a lesson if you're higher rated than me, then feel free to send me a challenge. I'm accepting 5+3 and longer time controls today, casual only. So we'll go ahead and get started. I'll play. I'll play against some random person on Lichess for now, and hopefully we'll get some challenges going soon. Alright, so I have clicked the auto pairing on the 5+3, and we'll go. Here we go. So I'm playing against Suhina. Play my Caracal. The exchange Caro, I think I always just pin here. It's a strange move. Yeah, he has to take back with a knight because the pawn. Well, I guess it wasn't that big of a deal. But now after taking here, this pawn might be too far advanced. He probably has f4 though to cover it. So now either queen c7 or bishop d6 jumps out at me. Queen c7. If he replies here, I think I have this move. It might be interesting to like tempt that. I mean, yeah, I guess he always has 93, but let's try it. See what happens. Oh, it's just a free pawn, right? Why did he give me a pawn there? I guess after my queen ends up on this spot, he's got there, but then I just got queen back. And I'm probably fine. Maybe he's counting on this check to do something, but I have knight back. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure why he hung that pawn. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, so I've got knight back here. No big deal. Okay, now it's probably prudent for me to develop my bishop. Maybe with tempo. We'll see if he gets his move in or not. And then castle. Although castling could be tricky, right? Because my knight's hanging. So there could be something to this. Actually, if he plays here, I might go queen here and then back just to get my knight defended. It's kind of a slow way of castling, but I should be able to get around this. I'm a pawn up the extra tempo with my king in the center of the board. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if that's compensation enough. Because he gets fully developed now here, and then I have to worry about castling with my knight hanging. So it's a few moves now before I can castle. But once I get castled, I should be fine here. No real weaknesses to speak of. Interesting, he doesn't go for this. I'm shocked. I guess maybe that's thinking about this for some reason. Trying to block my queen off. I'm not sure what else it could be planning. The knight doesn't really look too good eyeing these squares. The knight wouldn't want to go here, I don't think. Certainly not now with my queen on that square. Alright, so let's make sure that knight never moves. Although, queen back here seems like a time saver, because with the bishop here, the queen defending the rook, or sorry, the knight, is going to be tricky. So maybe the queen goes back first and then bishop here. Let's try that. No problem. If he plays rook here, penning my e6 pawn, my d pawn will be loose, but so far no one's attacking it. I could probably just play bishop e7 to unpin without any issues. I don't actually see a problem with going to bishop to d6, leaving this pawn hanging, because whatever he does to attack it, I can just castle and defend it. I'm not seeing any forks or anything like that he can do. So yeah, let's go bishop d6 actually, it's a more active square. My knight probably wants to go to f6, and from e7, the bishop doesn't look nearly as good as it does on d6. So yeah, this pawn is loose, but I can just castle to defend it. And there's some issues here for white, like what is his knight doing here on g3? Alright, so now if I castle, he has bishop h3. But I have bishop g5 or bishop e5 defending, and if the rook takes, the queen can recapture, still defending. He has knight here, applying more pressure. The question is, does that work? It may or may not work. So maybe I put my knight here first, but then that allows queen here. I tell you what, I kind of want to castle queenside now, just to get castled quickly and get all this nonsense over with. I also have a bishop here as an option, just to defend this square, defend g2, and then castle, and then knight f3. I'm using up too much time. Let's just go ahead and castle. If he takes this pawn, that gives me an opening, right? An avenue to his king. I can push h4, h5, h4 to kick the knight away. And everything's lined up against his king. Alright, I have less time than him, but there is an increment that I can try to survive on. We'll see. Okay, bishop here is not a threat. I'm just going to go forward with my plan. g6, and the bishop is mine. Although bishop takes, g6. There's also queen here to keep in mind. He has gone for that. Okay, let's just push forward here. Attacking on the king side. So if I take here, and then he takes, this rook move doesn't really do too much. He's on there 3 times. Kind of want to play bishop here. Although, actually, with the rook here, there's Yeah, there's coordination actually with my rook and bishop here. He'll take back with the bishop though. But once the rook comes here... Oh, he actually can take here? Hmm. But is this an issue for him? I'm not sure. Hey, Fonza, how's it going, man? Nice to see you here. I think there's a lot of people streaming chess right now. Seems like a Slav. It's actually a Karakhan where I castled queenside. Alright, what do I do here? Okay. I'm not sure why I thought he couldn't take there. I was sure he couldn't take this way. I don't think I even noticed the pawn. What do I do here? Go this way? Ah, that's good. Yeah, I missed that. Alright, GG. Fonzo, you want to play a game? Yeah, Guggenheim, I was trying to avoid rook c1 and fell right into bishop f4. First game of the stream. But alright, so who's... Oh, Miska has challenged me. Miska won. Is this someone from the chat? I recognize his name. I think we played once before. Fonza, casual, 5+3 or better. Miska Triple C. Hey, okay, you must be Miska 1. Cool. Good luck, have fun, Miska. Alright, so he's playing Exchange Slav. Let's see what happened the first time we played. Looks like I checkmated him. It was a rapid game. This is Blitz. Is his rapid rating better than his Blitz? They're about the same. Okay. I'm just gonna play 5+3 casual, or more. Like if you want more time on the clock, that's fine. But yes, that would work just fine for Fonza. Well, I'm already playing 2 5-3 games, so yeah, keeping it similar would be nice. Okay, so bishop here early. Let's go bishop here. Play e6 next. Okay. Fonza Curry 1500 question mark. You have a new account, Fonza? Interesting. Why'd you make a new one? Because I always want to have one account. Yeah, I don't understand. You always want to have one account, but you just made a second one, right? So why didn't you just stick with the first one if you wanted one account? Are you saying this is the name you always wanted and now you finally have it? Okay, so this is a middle game type position I've seen a lot. Not really sure. We're just trading everything down, really. I'd like to just develop my rook here. Seems good. Dante's Prayer. Okay. So this knight maneuver seems like a fun idea. Let's go for it. I was Fonza underscore Curry, and then I became Chessbuster Serbia to get some money, but I wasn't satisfied with that cryptocurrency, and then I went back to Fonza Curry without the dash. I see. Without the underscore. Gotcha. I think I follow that transition. So now you just need to change your Twitch username to Fonza Curry without the underscore, and then it'll all be correct. Wow, F4. Okay. So you're trying to open up my king side. That's a totally understandable plan. Well, except he's kind of locked down his bishop a little bit, right? Like if I push here, I'm losing a pawn actually. Maybe that's not worth it. Opening up the H file, by taking here may not be the best plan. I don't know. Now I'm kind of regretting this, but what happens happens, I guess. Let's go here. Maybe we can get rid of this knight. So threatening two of these. So this song is called Dante's Prayer by Lorena McKennett. Yeah, I'll use this command for you. Sure. So you're starting to take here, I guess? Well, not really. That would be a sacrifice. But he's taking my queen down, right? I mean, I kind of wanted to move my queen to go over here, but he's also making it more difficult for me to access the H file because I don't want to pin my knight. All right, so let's see how this goes. Maybe we can play H5, G4. It goes to Chess Cloud, my playlist. All right. You keep talking about this playlist. I guess this is the music you just listen to whenever. Like you always have this playlist running when you want to listen to music. See, personally, for me, I have multiple different, I wouldn't call them playlists. Like mostly I listen to Pandora. So I have a lot of different Pandora stations depending on like what kind of mood I'm in. All right, so now he's planning to double up here. This is a good plan, I think. So So my plan is 2 moves and his is 1. His comes first. And if I was to like move like this, yeah, moving my knight here is not that big of a deal. And actually I can't play h5, right, because this pawn hangs, so that's no fun. Oh, it's putting up a lot of pressure here. Alright, let's go ahead and move my knight now. I like to play f6 to kick the bishop out and you know, support this pawn better. The pawn moves be supported 3 times, so even if my knight gets kicked back, I can still play f6 after his rook moves here. Okay. So yeah, my knight has to go back now. And then f6 is coming. Hopefully shoring out my king side in the near term. He still has, you know, breaks like h5 coming, or sorry, h4. Pandora is only available in the US. Oh, I didn't know that. That's too bad. I guess they only really worked with the copyright licenses for the United States. So yeah, I use Pandora, and I have lots of different stations in Pandora based on my mood. Like if I'm wanting to get a lot of work done, I'll listen to like a techno type station. If I'm wanting to relax, I'll listen to like a jazz station. If I'm working like out on the lawn or something, I'll use like a rock and roll or something like that. But lately, actually, when I'm working out on the lawn or something, I'll be listening to an audiobook. So I'm trying to learn stuff instead of just entertain myself. Your playlist on YouTube. Whenever I listen to some song, I like to add it to the list. This is now the 398th song. Wow, that's a long list. One artist, one song, so no playlist has... Wow, so that's 398 songs on your playlist. Nice. So I want to play knight here just to tempt this move. Because like him trying to excavate this knight from the square would cost him a weak pawn on h3. Yeah, so this knight move makes a lot of sense to me. Just to establish my knight here for defensive purposes, and then, you know, make this move harder to play. But then when he pushes this pawn, my knight stays here, blockading. So yeah, the queen here doesn't really... I'm surprised he didn't want to like go in all the way like queen here. I guess he would drop this pawn. All right, so let's get the king. Let's get the rook, you know, so that the rook can see the h file. Seems to make some sense. Maybe the queen e8 followed by this plan earlier. Yeah, so now the knight comes here, hitting the queen. This pawn is immune with the bishop defending it. The knight may get stuck on the rim for quite a while, but yeah, we'll see. If the bishop comes here, I can defend it with the rook. So this move is to support this pawn and facilitate the queen coming to the king side at some point. But I'm still eyeing these squares over here for h5, g4. We're getting really low on time here. The pace of the play has got to pick up at this point. Both of us have less than a minute. Okay, that's not threatening anything. I'm gonna go forward with my plan. Okay, I can threaten his knight. Okay, I can't take here. What do I do now? To move my knight, that puts pressure here. He defends. Alright, let's go queen here. Maybe bishop here is an idea. Oh, this is check. Whoa, I did not see that pawn falling. Whoops. Ooh, that's a good move too. Miska's catching me in some tactics here in time trouble. Well done. Well done. Let's go here. More pressure on this knight. I don't really like trading here, but I don't know what else to do, honestly. Whoops. I'm playing terrible chess right now. Oh, he just dropped his queen. Whoops. Okay, so this happened last time. I wasn't about to take his queen. Yeah, you should wait until you're... Yeah, Miska, I realized that was a mouse slip, and you should always wait until your opponent takes the material before you resign. I may have seen that your queen was on pre, but I may not have, right? I didn't see it when you resigned until after you resigned, so that's that's kind of a rule I like to live by. Make sure your opponent sees your mistake. Yeah, good game. Yeah, this tactic earlier, winning the piece, was nice. Let's see. Yeah, here where you took my knight. Yeah, well done. That worked out. That worked out for you for sure. Good game. Okay, so now Fonzo wants to play on his new account. He doesn't have a rating in the Blitz category yet, but he is definitely a stronger player than I am, so don't let this 1500 fool you. We'll see how this goes. So he plays a Nimzo Indian. So we always get this this position here. And I always play knight f3, and then e4, I think. e4 or e3. I guess e4 is fine. Just fight for the center as much as possible. After e5, I think I'll just push. He takes, I'll take. Can't take with the queen because e-pawn. That's fine. It stops his knight from coming forward, this pawn here. Right, stop his bishop from becoming active. Like, I have all these squares covered. So the bishop wants to come out this way, I guess. No big deal. Let's go ahead and castle. Knight g6. Castles. So Fonzo hasn't castled yet. And we've had this position before where I have the double pawns and the A file, and the queen side just gets locked up. There's nothing I can do. There's almost no play here with c5 or whatever. So the play almost always develops on the king side. So that's probably why he hasn't castled yet. Let's go bishop here. Huh. So with king h2, I'm looking to play g3 and kick his knight out. Actually, that's not possible. What am I thinking? That doesn't work at all, because he's got two pieces there. Maybe knight g1, and then I can play g3. Question remains though, how does he activate this light square bishop and this queen and his queen rook? Those are not his best pieces. I mean, my rooks aren't any better, that's for sure, but this sounds like Michael Jackson. But I guess I've never heard this song before. Oh wow, he finally castles. So it's kind of double-edged with both of our kings on the side of the board where the only play exists. Because the play on the queen side is pretty much dead. Let's try this. He's not taking my light squared bishop because his bishop is terrible behind all these pawns. Okay, I can go ahead and witch e3 now. Actually, is this knight trapped? It appears to be trapped. This knight can't go anywhere. Oh, right. He takes my light square bishop. That makes sense. Okay. So maybe f4. Yeah, and he's opening up my king side. But my rook can come to the g file now. My bishop looks kind of nice here. And may one day coordinate with the bishop with the rook. Let's go here. I'm a little bit worried. No, I can just take that. Okay. Okay, so now the knight comes here with tempo. Oh no, he's got pressure here. Okay. So that ties down my knight. Maybe I can go queen here, and that frees up my knight. But he's got knight here. I'll probably just take that in that case. So I've got this weak h-pawn now, which like he's trying to play against that. Yeah, so my plan is just knight here, put pressure here, and, you know, coordinate with my rook, tie this knight down. The rook on the g-file seems really good. Yeah, okay, now I'll move my knight, and rook g1's next. He's coming here, and I actually can't defend with rook g3. That's really important. Wow. Well, it looks like I maybe end up being the exchange down. No, it's worse because he takes my queen for free after we exchange. So takes. Oh, sorry. If my rook goes here, he takes, and then takes this for free after his rook goes here. So yeah, not even that is a possible defense. I guess knight back here is almost necessary. And then my rook is kind of stuck. Man, that sucks. Yeah, I'm not seeing any counterplay or anything here. Like, this is rough. Okay, but I have this pawn break available now since this pawn is left, so I don't know if playing on the queen side is viable here, but I'm not seeing a way to make that work even at all. Let's try this. Put the rook here. Put the knight here if he goes here. But yeah, I'd like to push this pawn and then target this. Counterplay in the center. This move's not possible right away, right, because of the rook and pawn here. Oy. Maybe doubling rooks is an idea. Okay, I didn't expect this move. Yeah, this looks serious. Ouch. Maybe my king needs to run. So king g2 with the idea of taking here. But then my queen is basically dead, right? Maybe not. Queen here. I'm probably getting mated. Boy, g5 was a surprise. I didn't consider that at all. So king g1, king g2, g4 takes, bishop takes. My queen has to leave the area. This check's not possible. Maybe it's not as bad as I'm thinking. But the h-file opens up and he's got like rook h6 coming. This one's a piece. Yeah. Oh, it wins more than that, actually. I can't take this back. Well, if my king goes here, it wins more, but... And if I go here? Surely this wins the house. Yeah, I think I should just resign at this point. Fonz is playing really quickly. Much more fast than I am, and finding all the powerful attacking moves. It's so interesting that black has the attack here when both white and black are struggling. To both trying to play on the king side, and his attack just came first. I wonder why. Yeah, threatening mate. Yeah, good game, Fonzo. Really curious how that other computer evaluates, like where it went wrong for me, because yeah, maybe g3. This whole idea of g3 kicking the knight out was just wrong. Yeah, good game, Fonzo. Yeah, that sounds good. I'm gonna analyze this while you're gone. All right. So Miska asks, may I ask where did you learn to play chess? So my dad taught me when I was little, and then I played in my first tournaments. Maybe 3 or 4 years after he taught me. So yeah, I learned from books and from my dad. I started reading chess books maybe a year or two after my dad taught me. So yeah, so that answers your question, Miska. Sorry I missed that earlier. Yeah. All right. So yeah, so the computer likes black already by move like starting around move I guess around here it likes black better. And it just starts getting progressively worse as I make not the best decisions here. King e2 is probably not good. Let's make this a little bit smaller so you guys can see. But yeah, this is really interesting. Seeing how this, seeing his attack unfurl here, he played so well. I gotta say, he kept coming up with moves that I wasn't even considering. Yeah, and it's already over at this point. But yeah, where could I think not playing g3 would have been a good start. Yeah, g3 was the first mistake that Stockfish points out. The other moves were just inaccurate, and let black press forward. This whole idea of putting the bishop on g5 and then bringing it back was not good. Here it looks like rook fe1 or a4. See, now I've tried lines like a4. Okay, it didn't. Yeah, it's just not. Maybe there was an opening mistake that I need to look at from the opening book. Let's check that. So bishop b4, queen c2. Now knight f3. He plays d6. Okay, so e4 is not a line here hardly. So I need to think about like playing bishop d2 or a3 or bishop g5. I'm not a fan of bishop g5. I've played this way in the past against the Nimzo, and it's not gone well for me. I think bishop d2 here makes more sense. Of all these lines, I think bishop d2 makes the most sense. Yeah, so then usually black castles, and then I can play a3. Takes. Keeping the pawn structure fluid. That's nice. Yeah, so e4 is nice. E4 is a liability. That's a lesson to be learned from this game. E4 is a liability because the queen gets tied down to that pawn, negating the whole purpose behind queen c2 was to to defend the knight so that keeping my pawn structure intact. So e4 is kind of a mistake from that perspective. Okay, so that's a good lesson to learn, I think. So instead of e4, I should have played bishop d2. Hey, Alexandria Princess. Welcome to the channel. I just lost against a regular viewer of the stream who's quite the strong player. See if I can scroll down and show you this. The game just kind of went progressively worse and worse and worse. You can see by the graph here on the computer analysis. I made 2 blunders, and Fonzo only made 1. You guys can't see that. Oh, you can. You can see that, just barely. But anyway. Anyway, so with this line with bishop d2, yeah, some very high-level players have been playing this not too long ago. You remember that opening for Chessable? Oh, that's good. Yeah, I need to remember this opening. So I'm trying to memorize this because, yeah, bishop d2 I think is much better than e4. And yeah, so I just need to play bishop d2 in this position. After he castles, I'll play e3. Takes. And this is so much better already. Queen e7, e3. They play e5. I'll play d5. He has to go back with the knight. Interesting. And then knight d2. Huh. Knight d2 is not something I would remember. But yeah, bishop e2 seems more natural. But knight d2 seems like an interesting plan. The Zurich variation of the Nimzo Indian. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I'm trying to learn this opening, I guess, to help my my future games against Fonzo. Anyway, so if anyone in chat wants to play me, I think Fonzo wants to come back at some point and play a rematch. But if anyone else wants to play, feel free to send me a challenge. What is my name? Chess with Chris. Yeah, it's the same as my Twitch name, Chess with Chris, all one word. Does a learn to an opening mean to learn by heart? Misanthrope. Yeah, learning an opening. So there's 2 things, right? Like you learn the moves, right? Memorize the moves, and then you need to know something about like what the plan should be for your side. So when you learn an opening, ideally, yes, you'll memorize the Grandmaster lines, and then have some idea of what plans should follow those moves, right? So you're not lost in the middle game after you've done with your memorization. So yeah, you have to know something about middle of game strategy, so that if you ever plopped into a position that you memorized, that you're not all of that. Once they've diverted off the beaten path, you have to know something about how to treat that move, just from general middle game principles. So it helps to know something about strategy and middle game stuff from there. Okay, so this line is weird. Knight d2, c6, d takes, knight takes. I'm just looking at the main line here. I mean, this looks really good for white. I probably skip some critical variation. Knight b8 looks really weird, but it looks like it to be about the best what black has. And then knight d2. And then, yeah, black has a better move here, a5. And then the standard reply is b3. It looks like black gets a good game after knight g4 or c6 even. Yeah. So I'll put the whole browser in the window so you guys can see my username. Okay, so Alexandria Rose has sent me a challenge. 2043. All right. So good luck, have fun. So E3 immediately. All right. It's interesting. Makes me wish I had started with D5 because normally I would just play C5 against this. But now C5 kind of loses the tempo. So let's just keep playing. Knight here very quickly. Let's go here. Force this issue. Plays F3 here. Denying the knight that square. Okay, so knight wants to come here, I guess. Let's go back here to challenge this light square bishop. Alright, E3 now, just develop this bishop. And after the knight comes, we'll go back here. Alright, so I've got the H file now. It's nice. So this is a threat. Okay, now after F4, what should I do here? So F4 and D4 weaken this E4 square, but I don't have quite enough. I don't have quite enough support to put my knight here right now. Alexander certainly has a lot of support on that square for now. So maybe knight d7 followed by c5. I could have played c5 immediately, followed by knight c6 like a Caro-Kann. Let's start solid here first. And now I can put my knight here. With her knight, having left the defensive e4, I think my knight can go into e4 just fine. I can support that knight with my other knight. And I made some good progress, I think, in this position. So these knights look better than they did before. Basically just transplanted my d7 knight up to here. Okay, so this is aggressive, right? It's looking to kick this knight away to win a pawn here. Maybe I can go here. That way if it takes, I have this move. Let's try this. I'll probably end up castling queenside here. All these pawns here are kind of scary for castling kingside. My rook already has the h-file, so castling queenside I think was a good way to connect my rooks. Dreamsville by Mancini. Nice. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and castle. The queen's got this square nicely. So knight f7 is not possible. Rook here would come with a nice threat of taking and then taking. And also want to facilitates doubling rooks, so that may be an idea for the future. Let's go for this now. Alright, so my rooks are doubled. Mission accomplished as far as that's concerned. I'm not quite sure if I'm willing to take this pawn for the queen and, giving up both rooks here. That would make for an interesting game. I don't know how good it is, though, as a plan. Maybe my queen can come back over here to the king side. Let's try this maneuvering idea. I can bring my queen back here. I couldn't go back this way because of knight takes. I don't think I'm in any rush to do anything here. It's a really interesting position. There's a lot going on here. But I feel like, the g-pawn and f-pawn being pushed the way that happened made this position pretty risky. So I'm tempted by this trade here because it undoubles my pawns. But I guess it frees her pawns actually to move forward. So I probably shouldn't rush into that. So if I take here, is that viable now? Let's try it. Let's see what happens now going into this. 2 rooks for the queen, and my queen is coming into the game rather soonish. Okay, but yeah, rook h1 kind of negates that. Let's go ahead and fix my pawns now. Maybe. So now this is an issue again. I'll push this up. I'll push this up now, just to replace the pawn. Still applying pressure, trying to open up lines to the king. So Misanthrope, what you need to do is wrong song. Exclaim wrong song, all one word. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so I've got a line to the king now. Oh, what have I done? That was not possible, what I just did there. All right. Whoops. Okay, well, maybe I'll treat it like a sacrifice, right? Yeah, this is not good for me now. She has 2 rooks and a knight for the queen. But an exposed king, but surely she can defend this. Yeah, I'm in trouble here, I think. I mean, something simple like bishop takes here is possible. Okay, so this is a threat. Whoa. Okay, this is happening now. So this would force this move, I guess. And then I can trade and take. Oh, I see. She gets the rook out of harm's way. But maybe I have a perpetual here. So I'm taking this pawn with check. All right, good game, Alexandria. Happy to have saved that draw. Man, I wonder if I had better. Let's go into analysis here. Yeah, so I wonder. Yeah, the king going to the H file. I didn't actually understand why that was bad. I mean, I guess just F5 and I'm pushing the pawns. King F1. Yeah, actually, I should have just pushed my passed pawn here. The king probably would have been safe on G6. Yeah, I had better than a draw here, but I think I was happy with the draw given the rating difference. That's probably why. That's probably why that happened like that. Good game, Alexandria. That was fun. Fonza says, just with Chris, can we see our game if you want? I can tell you what I thought during the game. Yeah, that sounds good, Fonza. Let me pull up this. I'm gonna request a computer analysis really quick on this game, and then we'll go back to Fonza. So while you were gone, Fonza, I looked at the game briefly, and I determined that I made some kind of like some sort of opening mistake. E4 is inaccurate in our game. Playing E4, I think, is not the best idea for white. This move ties my queen down, and I saw a better move on the. I think just bishop d2 here, and white's better. Not by much, but yeah. So bishop d2, and then followed by a3 and e3, bishop e2, something like that. Yeah, I think my mistake, at least in the opening, was e4. I have just a couple things to say. For instance, I think bishop c3 is a mistake. I expected queen c3. Well, I was dropping e4, Fonza, right? I mean, that's why I. Or was knight takes not possible? So I played e4, and after bishop takes, if I go queen takes, I'm dropping e4, right? Let's go to analysis board here. So after queen takes, knight here is. Whoops. Is this not possible? Queen c2. Oh, I'm winning. Oh, of course. What am I talking about? Actually, your knight was under threat. Ah. After your queen e3. Okay, so you expected queen c3, and because he can't play knight e4, right? No, both of your knights are. I'm just realizing this just now. How interesting. So after I can go queen takes here. So this is certainly better than what I played. After knight e7, the opening book prefers black, but queen c2 is not so precise as queen e3. Oh, okay. So you're saying here, wait, here, queen e3 here. Anyway, but you can't take that pawn. So knight e7. Yeah, this is tough because I don't even understand. I guess the idea of knight d2. I'm not sure I even understand this. Because the opening book gives here knight d2 with 2 draws and 1 win for black. I'm not sure what knight d2 is even doing here. Bishop d3 makes more sense. The computer likes bishop d3. I guess they're both defending this pawn, but yeah, I certainly like bishop d3 better. When I play knight e7, I already want to play idea like knight g6 and to conquer somehow f4. Yeah, this knight g6 is powerful with both knights on the king's side. I really like that. In the king's Indian defense. Yeah, it's kind of similar. Knight g6 is not possible in the king's Indian, but yeah, you definitely want to play f5, f4 in the king's Indian, like you did in this game. When exchange the bishop on f1. So with knight d2, you're planning bishop e2, and then out this way whenever you move, I guess. The bishop is g5 is a terrible move here. Well, it's white to move. Oh, you're saying bishop g5 now. I don't think it's terrible. I think it helps black. Because black is looking to play on the king side, right? So you're giving him something to do with tempo, as far as gaining pawn moves. I mean, this pawn hangs right immediately, but yeah, yeah, I mean, even after you defend the pawn, I don't think I would play bishop g5 because I don't want to give him extra time to play these moves. So h3 is another mistake. Okay, let me look at that part of the game. So h3 here. You expected c5. Yeah, c5 might have been better. I played h3 just to try to keep your bishop out of the game. But I see now that it gave you, it gave me weaknesses, right? This is an automatic pawn lever for you later in the game. c5 is a must. So c5 is kind of is loose right now. I guess it loosens up this. I see. Yeah, you can't take immediately because I take on e5. So I would probably want to castle before playing c5. But if you played b6, well, like you did in the game, you played b6 to stop c5. Yeah, to free my bishop. Oh, I see. Right. It extends the scope here. Yeah, so I see I did have just the one chance to play c5, and I didn't take it. That's interesting. Because I remember complaining in the past about this queenside structure being locked up after you play b6, because I can never get in c5, and a4 just is stopped by a5. So that's because I allowed you to play b6 before I played c5. Yeah, and I guess in this position I wouldn't have thought to play c5 because you can just take it, but I realize now it's possible because of e5. Why do I not play castles? Why queen e7? All right, so let's look at your queen e7. So here you could have castled. It's because he wanted to play knight h5 and knight f4. So Mr. Thrupp says, why is c5 not bad? Right, yeah, so I guess you saw the e5 pawn. All right. Knight h5 is bad because you have knight e5 and bishop h5. Oh. I see. So you're trying to play this move, but it doesn't work tactically because I can take here with the discovered attack here. And that makes sense. But now you've got queen takes defending the knight. Interesting. Yeah, and after this, it just started going downhill really fast. But yeah, maybe I can play e4 now with the idea that I can play queen takes. It just feels off somehow. After queen up, like couldn't you just? This isn't possible, and this isn't possible. Oh, I see. Yeah, your knight does have to go back. Huh. Yeah, the queen does a decent job of holding back the knight, the same as the pawn. In fact, even more so, because the pawn, the knight could go here. But yeah, queen c3. Yeah, Fonza, I just didn't look at it tactically enough. In the middle of the game, I was just thinking, oh, he could just take my e-pawn, and I didn't look any further than that. So yeah, I kind of forgot. When you captured here, I forgot that I was threatening your knight. That's basically what happened. It's like he took my knight, so I have to take back. And then I was trying to decide which one to take back with, and all I thought of was this pawn. Yeah, I mean that's basically how that went down. I need to start remembering the whole board. All right, so I have another challenge here. Unbeaten is challenging me to a 5. I have all these 2,000 rated players. Fonza, Alexandria, unbeaten. Everybody wants to beat me. No one wants to learn. All right, but yeah, good luck, have fun. Yesterday you won against a 23-25. Nice. Well done. Okay, so knight f6. Are we in the right thing? We're not. There we go. Okay, so he's also playing a Nimzo. All right. Okay, so now we're in a Queen's Gambit. Declined. Classical variation. I know a little bit about this opening. I started playing this new line. The Botvinnik and Kasparov played. So I go here next. with these moves. With the idea of playing e3, e4. Naven, hello. How's it going? That's a new name I haven't seen in the chat before. If I go to Princess Alexandria on chess.com, you can see my profile. Right, okay. Yeah, I don't actually play too much on chess.com either. So it's nice you came to Lichess today to play against me. I appreciate that. So he's taking his time here. Is he already out of book? Surely not. Okay, so bishop e7, that's a normal move. I'll play here, stopping bishop f5. For some reason, it's harder to play on chess.com and more lag. Yeah, I think Lichess has some technological advantages. Lichess was created after chess.com, so they were able to use newer technologies from the ground up, whereas chess.com is kind of stuck maintaining old code. All right, so I wanted to play f3 anyway, so this gives me the chance to play f3 with tempo. How do I become a Lichess patron? It's money, right? Like you donate a certain amount per month, or like a one-time donation for a lifetime patron. Miska says, I have always connection problems and so much lag when I play on chess.com. Yeah, that's a common complaint. Lag and connection issues. Yeah, Nathan, send me a challenge. I think someone else is waiting right now. Miska is actually Miska. Since I've already played you, I'll play Naven next. Racing Kings. Now I don't like to play variants on stream too much. Yeah, so send me a normal challenge if you want Naven. Otherwise, I'll play Niska next. Okay, so we're in this weird position where Black decided to put his bishop here instead of here. So I'm tempted to play Queen c2. Yeah, let's go Queen c2 like normal. I mean, this is not a normal position anymore because this move here is not normal. This bishop move. What is my real job? I'm a computer programmer. This move is also jumping out at me. Just to hit the bishop. I can win the bishop pair probably after bishop g6. And if h6, thinking of this fork, I can actually just h6. I can just take the bishop. And I think he has to go back this way because after takes, I have this check. So I think this is possible because I have a response to h6, so it's not bishop h4. I also could just take the knight. Yeah, so that doesn't actually work tactically. h6, I would just take the knight. Oh, it does, because the knight recaptures the defense. Okay. But I'd like to keep the bishop pair if I can. So knight here, h6. Yeah, that actually gives up the bishop pair, doesn't it? Because I can't save my bishop. I have to trade it for this bishop or something. h6, knight takes. Takes. Yeah, that doesn't seem good for him. So let's go here. David says I'm 16. Yeah, I'm a computer programmer. Yes, Gordo. Alt F4. Hey, welcome back. So okay, wait a minute. My brother is an IT guy. He does the same thing. He's 30. He likes Magic too. Magic the card game or Magic like the hobby or whatever? He lives in Oregon. I live in Quebec. Huh. Separated by countries. Oh, the card game, right. So I used to play a card game similar to Magic called Hearthstone. And probably a Magic player would hate me for saying that it's similar to Magic, but they're both collectible card games. I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, I gave up Hearthstone recently and started to concentrate on chess. So I think my opponent has to be worried about this, but I'm not sure I'm ready to do that. But maybe combined with castling queenside and pushing a pawn storm, the king would end up staying on f8. I would be a piece down, but it might be a good game. I'm not sure. 2 pawns in front of the king usually are decent enough compensation. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know who gets in trouble here more. So taking here, I guess he gets the bishop pair now. Or makes it so that I don't have the bishop pair. But this is my bad bishop, right? So I can just take here. Yeah, but it's just my lone queen attacking amongst all these pieces here defending, so this sacrifice shouldn't work. So I'm just gonna take here. And my e3 pawn is hanging. But if I castle, he can't take it. So I think I'll just castle. I don't want to castle kingside because of the h file, so let's go this way. There's no open files for black on this side of the board. Have I ever played Hearthstone versus Peter Svidler? I didn't know Peter Svidler played Hearthstone. No, I've never played against him. That'd be funny though. I don't have a current account anymore. I've lost almost a year's worth of cards now. I haven't bought any cards in over almost a year now. Can somebody get rich from playing chess? No, I would not. Oh, it comes with check. Whoops. I was thinking I had this as response, but it's check. Ouch. Oh, I missed that much. Okay, wow, he's castled, giving up the open H file. All right, I'm gonna activate my rook. Maybe rook on the 7th here would be good. Probably plays queen here. Yeah, so I don't actually get that, do I? So g4 and h4, h5 jump out as a plan to me. It's most of that comes with tempo. It can't be that bad, right? All right. So what is chat saying? All right. So you guys are talking amongst yourselves. Nice. Alexander says, "I've never played on a real chess set yet." Wow. For as strong as you are, that's kind of sad to hear. You're a 2000 rated Elite chess player that has never touched a real chessboard. That's amazing to hear. Like I've never. I can't say I've ever met anyone who can say that. So I guess it really is a new era of chess. When a new player, like yourself, has never played on a real board. That's crazy to me. What is an authentic chess set compared to a regular one? Yeah. You do not know the rules for real chess. I mean, it's the same, right? Like it's all the same. All right, let's open up a file. So I'm down a pawn here. Okay, now he has some weak pawns to deal with. To improve my king. This knight can have some trouble getting into the game, I think. Let's improve my knight somewhere. Maybe out here? Or here somewhere. Yeah, I think maybe there for now. It's an easy square to get to. Pawn here, I can go this way. Or here, and then back this way, I don't know. Although if both of these pawns come forward, the knight would be kind of bad here. Alright. So back this way to defend the pawn. I need to go here to defend the knight, and I can move my knight, I think, finally. So the more we trade, the more awkward this is going to get, I think. Like if we trade off all the rooks, his extra pawn is going to mean more and more. It's interesting. Are there girl chess clubs or are they all the same? I think girls just go to normal chess clubs. Like if you have any chess club at all in your city, I think you're lucky. So don't I wouldn't be picky about choosing a chess club. Okay, so it's 5 plus 3. We have some time here, a little bit of time, and we gain some time. So the longer the game goes, the longer it's going to get. The more time we're going to get. Nathan says, does anybody hear anything about authentic chessboards? Are authentic chessboards expensive? Yeah, I mean you can buy a board with pieces for next to nothing. I think, less than just a few bucks, you know. Oh, this pawn. I'm tied down now. Okay. Such a slow plan, but it might do something. So here and there are good squares for my knight. So here I just push and win this pawn. Nice. Now I have a majority on the king side. Of course, he has one on the king side as well. Queen side. Let's go this way. Could start to push on this side. Oh, that's a fork. Ouch. What pawn's more important? Actually, this one's protected, so I don't have to worry about it. He's got king here, though. Hmm. This is bad. My king's on the wrong side of the board. Now what? So it should be a draw now if I can just threaten to capture this pawn somehow. So check and then here. I'm always just taking this pawn now. This should be a draw. Oh no. Oh, what have I done? Oh, this is so bad. I had a draw. I'm pretty sure I had a draw, but I just slipped up. Yeah, this is really bad. Yeah, I'm just losing now. Good game. Good game, Unbeaten. I almost had a draw there against you. Let's go analysis really quick. Curious to see what this graph looks like. Probably there were better chances for both of us to win at some point. Good game. Okay, so what are you guys talking about? FIDE approved. So authentic chessboards, you can get them anywhere. There's lots of good websites. I don't know where you live or what websites serve your area, but like in the U.S., I liked the USCF website itself. The United States Chess Federation website has a bunch of good deals, I think. So Alexandria purchased this. I bought a chess clock board and a bag 2 weeks ago in Montreal in Boutique Strategies. It sits here just looking at it. I don't know how to use the clock. Yeah, I think that sounds like a good set, Alexandria. I bought a board and clock in pieces recently, and I had a similar experience as far as cost goes. Yeah, so there were missed opportunities there for sure. We're about to see those. Wow. So it looks like black was winning or I had a draw for most of the thing. I think the opening I had an advantage, and then starting in the middle game, wow, this is bad. So I had drawing chances for sure at some point, but yeah. So here I had a draw, but I didn't play it right. So knight here was the first mistake. Yeah, I'm not sure that the table base should be relevant here at some point. So if I go here, yeah, actually every move draws from black's perspective, and most of my moves draw. But oh, actually knight c2 check. Nice. That's a cute move. I can just keep continuing the check. I can continue to check the king forever here. So king e2, and then you check here, king here, check. That's cute. I should remember that. I think if I had more time, I might have found that. But that's a nice way to draw this. Don't feel bad. At least you don't play like me, Gordo. All right. So I've got 2 challenges now. One from Naven, one from Unbeaten. I think I'll play Naven because I haven't played him yet. So Naven, good luck. Have fun. It's your turn. After I play d4, now it's your turn. Alexandria says I only play 2 openings. Naven says he's a beginner. That's understandable. Don't worry about it, man. Just play your best, and we'll try to give you tips on where to improve. So e5. It's not the most normal move here. Okay, I'll just play d5. So Gordo says, in theory, I know some other openings. I like the English. Yeah, knowing a variety of openings, could be useful. Not always. So I think both of us are on our own here because I don't know anything about this structure that we've reached. All right, so he's challenging my center. I don't have this move to support it, and if I take, he takes back. So taking is not an option. It's already supported enough actually with all of this here, so I don't need to react to that. So let's just keep developing. Probably bishop out seems good. You forced a checkmate against my dad, but he thought he won because I was the one who could not move. Yeah, I'm not sure why you wouldn't be able to move if he was in checkmate. I'm not sure I really understand that, Naven. but okay, here we go. So he's putting more pressure on this pawn. Now there's 3 attackers and 3 defenders, so we're even. I can take one of them off I think I'll play e3 here. A stalemate. Oh, you forced a stalemate against your dad. I see what you're saying. Yeah, so if he doesn't know the rules about stalemate, you can point him to Wikipedia or something. He'll read about it and understand. It was a draw. It wasn't that he won. It's unfortunate when that happens. All right, so Fonza says, "Hey guys, I think I know precise move order. You're wrong. Just follow basic ideas of the openings. That's enough for my level. Tactics are the most important." Yeah, I agree. I agree, Fonza. Yeah, I agree, Fonza. I mean, to a certain extent, beginners and even people at my level or whatever probably study openings too much. I think Fonza said one time that studying the opening before studying the rest of the game is like showing up to the test before you took the class. So Naven says he's losing connection here. That's too bad. I hope he doesn't lose on time because of the connection issues. He actually challenged me to a rated game. I should have asked him to semi-casual. Gordo says, I do a lot of puzzles and lose a lot. That's how I learn. Yeah, puzzles help, I think. I've done quite a few puzzles in the last while, and I have a feeling that they've improved my chess recently. So taking here seems forced. Yeah, the knight coming here is a decent plan. I don't have this move forking because you can just take. I still have this idea of coming here to ruin this king-size structure, but maybe it's not that bad for you. This check is jumping out at me. I don't know why. I probably should just castle. I'm gonna go ahead and castle. Yeah, Nathan, hopefully that's not an ongoing issue for you. The whole. All right, I'm gonna threaten. He has to do something about this now, because I'm threatening this. But we're pretty even on the clock. But I probably spent more time looking at the position than he has if he keeps losing connection. But yeah. So Fonza says, and I was amazed when I saw how Carlsen beat Grandmasters by some, openings. This proves that tactics are the most important. Yeah, and for Magnus, I think it's more strategy than tactics, right? Like he's more strategic than tactical. So yeah, strategy and tactics are more important than openings. Yeah, Magnus just wants to play the opening to get people out of their preparation, and then whoa. So I have two different pieces that can hit that queen. I have a feeling that was a mouse slip or something. Yeah, and I'm not set up to give takebacks or anything, so I'm gonna have to take that queen. That's too bad about your queen. Yeah, I don't allow takebacks on rated games. Maybe if he had sent me a challenge, I might have let him take that back. But yeah, not on a rated game. All right. Okay, so just come back here. No big deal. Yeah, Carlsen, he does that a lot. Just tries to get people out of their preparation, which means out of their book, right? Out of their opening book. He just wants to play normal chess. All right, so kingside attack, or sorry, queenside, because that's where his king is. Seems to be, whoa. Okay, you keep putting pieces where I can take them. Don't do that. Strategically lost is a slow death. Tactically lost is immediate death, yeah. I read something about the difference between strategy and tactics the other day that it kind of maybe proud to be more of a strategic player than a tactical player. It said that tactics is knowing what to do when there is something to do, and strategy is knowing what to do when there is nothing to do. So, you know, if there's an opportunity to win a piece, you know, you have to have the tactics available to win that piece. But if you can't win a piece, then there's nothing to do, and you have to figure out what to do from a strategic perspective. So yeah, I like that perspective. Yeah, and good strategy leads to good tactics. All right, I'll take here with check now. Zerna says Andrew Tang streamed Ultra Bullet tournament playing blindfold. He won. Wow. I think the stream is still on his Twitch and or YouTube channel. Playing 15-second games blindfolded is just pure madness. Yeah, that's impressive. Andrew Tang is a bullet specialist, though. Like, I'm not too surprised that he was able to do that, especially because on Lichess, there's not that many titled players that are going to compete against him in such a tournament. I think most titled players look down upon 15-second chess as like something beneath them or whatever. All right, good game, Naven. Yeah, as a beginner, one of the first things you got to learn is to, you know, like not put pieces where I can take them, right? So, I mean, it's a common blunder, right? Like you think this is great because it attacks my pawn, but you forget about the bishop sitting here. So yeah, make sure you look in all directions. You know, even the knight moves away from your queen, especially when you move her. And all your other pieces, you know, when you move your bishop out here, make sure that I don't have a knight here or a bishop here, right? So always look in all directions from all your pieces when you're moving around. But otherwise, I liked your setup. I mean, this opening that you improvised with d6 and e5 was fun. Like this led to an interesting position where both of us were thinking, and yeah. If you hadn't blended pieces, this would have been a really interesting game. But yeah, good job otherwise. Haunted Singh says, where was your knight going to go there after he threatens the bishop at the end? Oh, you mean like after this? Yeah, I probably wasn't thinking that far ahead. Haunted Sink. Also, welcome, by the way. After I take this pawn, yeah, probably my knight was dead, actually. But yeah, I was probably going to, you know, get the king and queen battery happening, and yeah, I don't know. I might have just taken another pawn for that piece. But yeah, you're right. That knight did look trapped after all that. What else are you guys saying? Misanthrope. How and when do you decide if you want to castle in a game in general, and to which side? So Misanthrope, it has to do with the open files. If we traded some pawns, then there's going to be some open files here, right? So we traded our C pawns off, so there's this open C file. So if there's an open C file, I'm not going to want to castle in this area, right? The closed files over here mean my king's safer over this way. Eventually, like I took here, but that was after I castled, right? When I castled, these files were completely closed, right? So my king felt safe over here. Yeah, I guess I wasn't too worried about this G file opening up because I have pieces over here to defend. But yeah, I mean, like rook f1 and rook e1 and bishop f1 here would have defended the g2 pawn just fine. But yeah, it's all about the pawn structure. The pawn structure determines so much about chess. You know, like where your minor pieces belong is to do with where the pawns are. Which side the king belongs, you know, has a lot to do with the pawn structure as well. Pawn structures, I think someone said, one of the past grandmasters said, you know, or world champions, I believe, said that pawns are the soul of chess, right? So everything revolves around the pawn structure. Yeah, the soul of chess, just like Tara said in chat. All right, so more people want to play. Looks like Arrowwitch is next. Wants to play a 5-3 game. Naven, you challenged me to a 5-0 casual. Let's go a little bit slower than that. 5-3 or slower, Naven, please. Go ahead and send me another challenge. But yeah, I'll play against Arrowwitch next. All right, good luck, have fun. I keep getting white. All right. Okay, so Slav defense. I think this move is the most accurate. All right, so we'll go here. Okay, so the song request queue has ended. If anyone wants to request a song, your song will be up next after this. All right, so e6. So we're in assembly Slav now. So I'll go into the Moran because this is what I know the most about is white. Use exclam SR, Naven. So exclam SR and then the name of the song you want or a link to YouTube if you have a particular version of a song you want to request. Okay, so now we're in like a tearish where black has lost a tempo. I don't know if that tempo matters too much or what. Yeah, c5 is surprising. I'm going to take here. So how to do that? Yeah, so you use if you're asking about song request, you use exclam SR, something like that. All right, so knight takes. Yeah, like Hannesink did there. Hannesink just requested Linda Rodstadt. Okay. So what do I do here? So bishop somewhere. I want to develop this bishop and castle. I think bishop e2. Maybe bishop d3. Bishop d3. I got to be concerned about this pawn, right? Maybe here. Let's go here. Tyra says, since he already wasted a tempo, I have no idea though. Yeah, this is not really a book position. Sometimes you wait until black moves the dark square bishop before liquidating the center and make him waste a tempo. Yeah. Yeah, so like I'm waiting for bishop to e2 or bishop d6 before I take this tempo. And black can just take here instead, right? Okay, so he's taking this way. So that gives me like an even better deal out of this trade. So I heard a master one time teach a bunch of kids that the center pawns are worth $1, right? Those are your unit, right? Is your center pawns. The flank pawns, the C and the B pawns and the A pawns, those are worth less. So the C pawn's worth 90 cents, this one's worth 80 cents, and this one's worth 70 cents. In the middle game, anyway. In the end game, it's different. But yeah, so castles, I think here. So I have about 10 cents favored, right? Based on all this. Or maybe it's, see, 10, 90, and then 80, or 90, 80. Yeah, it's 20 cents that I've gained, actually. Because these pawns cancel each other out, and then this is $1 and this is 80 cents. So, but in the end game, these flank pawns will become a strength, right? Because he has 2 against 1. So yeah, but yeah, for the middle game now, it's kind of white's advantage. All right, so queen here develops with something like a tempo here. Bullet Lifter, how's it going, man? Welcome to the chat. All these new names in the chat today. Yeah, welcome, guys. I appreciate that. So I may think about e4 to develop the bishop better. I'm not sure that the bishop belongs on this side. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. I might be satisfied with bishop d2, just because e4 would give me like the structure is a little bit weaker, even though it controls more squares. It might be a little bit weaker. Of course, now with the bishop on c6, e4 looks more appealing because I can hit it with d5. I can't play e4 right away though. I'd have to prepare it with like rook e1 or something. I actually can go for d5 immediately. It's only attacked twice. Oh no, because there's bishop h2 in the end. That doesn't work. That would be really embarrassing if I play d takes. Wait. Takes, and then he has bishop h2 winning my queen. That would be really bad. So another avenue my bishop can go is on a3. So I could play like a4 and bishop a3, trading off dark square bishops, which is good because this is my bad bishop. So maybe I'll go for that. So Bullet Lifter says, I don't have an account on this site. Can you just send me a link to play? Well, Bullet Lifter, there's people waiting in line to play against me. So if you create an account and then send me a challenge, you'll join the line of everyone else who wants to play. If I just send you a link, it kind of short circuits the queue. Nathan says, Bullet Lifter, yeah, you should probably just make an account. It's free, it's easy. You'll enjoy Lichess for sure. Lichess is a great site to play. I just realized this knight, I guess I'm not too worried about that. Maybe I should be though, honestly. Like this is a big deal. Yeah, him taking here, that would not be fun, actually. Why did I allow that, actually? I guess the bishop goes back. I don't know. Not sure. I still want to play here. Okay, so he's hitting my queen. Okay, so this must be the, nice. So this is not a Linda Ronstadt song. This is a band playing a song named Linda Ronstadt. That's funny. All right, so bishop a3 was the plan. I think I'll do this. Yeah, how to sync with the interesting request. I like this. I've never heard this before. It's pretty nice. If you guys haven't heard of How to Sync, feel free to check out his stream. He plays chess occasionally, and he's got a really interesting layout that it's fun to watch. All right, so rook c8 is on my queen. I need to move my queen. So I can put her safely on d2. It leaves the bishop behind, but the rook is guarding it. I could also take here first and then play rook d2. That kind of improves his queen for him, though. I don't want to. But the other line, it works the same way. Like queen here hits the rook, and then it gives him the same tempo. All right, I can't think too much. Maybe queen here. It seems a little better. And I'll fight for the c file. Put my rook over here against all of this. Any good chess books? Well, Naven, you're the beginner, right? I think you were the 800 player that I just played. What would I recommend for someone at your level? Okay, here's what I'd recommend. So there's this huge book It's just called Chess by Polgar. I just got this for Christmas. It's a huge collection, enormous collection of 5,000 puzzles. It's just puzzles upon puzzles upon puzzles. And they start out really pretty easy. They're just mate in ones. So you can progress from there to mate in twos and everything. And it's all organized very well. So yeah, that's what I would recommend for you, I think. Okay, so I've won the exchange. And I'm attacking his bishop here. So those tactics happen pretty quick. I just realized I was giving that book recommendation when I had less than 30 seconds on my clock. That was funny. Yeah, Naven, it's a really good book. It's a classic. Lots of people have read that and have learned from it. Yeah. Okay. So Arrowwitch kind of fell apart there under time pressure, unfortunately. But yeah, otherwise good game. Right up to the end there, he was putting some pressure on as the black side. But yeah, I think this was the first blunder really. When we both had less than a minute. Yeah, thanks Alt F4 Pro. So yeah, it's by Naven. It's by Polgar. It's by Laszlo Polgar. I'll put that in the chat. There we go. Okay, so Bullet Lifter, how do you challenge? On the main page, there's a button called Play with a Friend. So you click that button, and I believe you choose a time control, and then just press like create the game, and then from that screen, once the game is created, you can type my name in, Chess with Chris, and then send me the challenge. All right, so who's next? Naven's next. Of course, Naven I played already this stream. Tom Ripley is challenged me. Tom Ripley is Haunted Sync. So everyone, welcome Tom Ripley, aka Haunted Sync, to the stream. Your turn, buddy. Good luck, have fun. So d4, d5. I play the Queen's Gambit as always. Okay, so e6 the classical. I always play here and then play the exchange after he goes knight f6. And then I play the positional variation with bishop g5. Once he takes back with the pawn. Now, if he takes back with the knight, yeah, that's kind of a mistake because I have e4 with tempo. Basically gaining control of the entire center of the board. Yeah, he did take back with the knight. I think I've seen him make this move before, but yeah, it's not the best move on the board. I think taking with the pawn is much more accurate. This kind of just gives me the center. And a lead in development, for that matter. But okay, we'll continue from here. It's not like I've won the game or anything. I just have a small advantage. Okay. I recognize this guitar lick. I really like this song. It's like a cover or something, like, or a sample. But I love this guitar lick that's playing in the background. Bishop b2 and castling probably. Looks like the last time we played against each other, I had white, and he held the draw as black. So Tom Ripley is not to be underestimated here. He does know how to play chess, that's for sure. But I have beaten him before, that's for sure. All right, so bishop b3. Yeah, he's putting pressure on this pawn. Sorry, bishop b7. Putting pressure on my e-pawn. Let's go queen c2. Follow up with the rooks on the on these files, probably. Nathan says, "Do I get triggered if a song has cuss words?" Yeah, I generally skip things with bad language. Yeah, yeah. So don't try to avoid bad language in any song requests. So just playing h6, get rid of my dark square bishop. So I kind of have an idea of playing, taking here. He takes back, and then I go here, and then I can put my knight there. That seems decent. But maybe this pawn gets weak because it's backward. Like if I push forward, it can be difficult with this happening. Maybe just bishop h4 here, planning to maybe secure the home on g3. This would be some nice coordination to have. Bishop f4, maybe not be quite so good. But it doesn't waste the move. Like it gets on this diagonal right away. Like he could just like let my bishop sit by not hitting on g5. So I'm going to just play h4. Sorry, bishop f4 instead of bishop h4. Because I do want this available. So the sample on this, no, Tyrus on knight h5. I just play bishop g3. It's not a big deal. I wouldn't really call that annoying. All right, so now rook here to defend the pawn. Because after bishop g3, knight takes, h takes, I'm fine. My king side is not weakened hardly by that series of captures. He does have the bishop pair. If I really cared about the bishop pair, I could just bring the bishop back. So yeah, knight h5. It puts the knight on a worse square. The knight is better on f6, and it doesn't actually accomplish that much. Considering that I'm not forced to give up the bishop pair. Now, if the pawn was on e3, knight h5 might be a little bit better. You could argue. Okay, so after this, I think I'll also play takes here. Of course, he's starting to take here with this pawn. I have to take back with the b pawn. I guess that's not bad. Okay, let's ask a question for the bishop because if I have to take back with the pawn, I need to know that before I move my rook here. So before I develop my rook to a better square, let's figure out which better square that might be. And I should probably play a little bit faster. I'm behind on the clock here. All right, with the pawn, just to avoid losing this. So again, with the 20 cent thing that I was talking about earlier, he's lost $1. I've lost 80 cents. All right, so he's putting more pressure here. Maybe thinking about coming here with the knight. That's not possible right away. Is this move possible? No, it's not. This move is. It kind of blunts my bishop, though. I can support the pawn with this. That seems more likely. More likely the best move here. Not sure what else to do, really. I could play the knight back to defend the pawn, but that doesn't seem right either. Alright, let's just go here. So he's putting pressure here, but his knight, I wouldn't say his knight is as good here as it was here. Trying to put pressure on the center. So I'm not sure how much worth this is. I'm not sure how much this move is worth, considering that he can't jump in here right away. I guess we'll see in the long run what the knight's going to do from h5, or sorry, a5. If my queen and bishop could somehow magically trade places, like if the bishop was on c2 and the queen was on d3, this would be kind of a cool move, but it's not available right now. I think eventually I might want to play for d5, so moves like c4 and d5 would support that. c4 is possible now, with the idea of playing d5. That weakens my d4 pawn, though. If I was to play c5 and he plays c6, this move becomes more difficult to play. And maybe he can build up the pressure on the d-pawn. I don't know. Let's try it. Aiming for c5 would be a consistent plan with knight a5. Yeah, if he plays c5 here, I think I would respond with d5. So now d5 comes with, oh, so he's threatening this, right. Okay, so let's stop that. The queen probably looks better here, especially with this move coming, opening up this diagonal. Tom Ripley is trying to be sneaky. Sneaky in that exchange here. Oh, but I've dropped this pawn. Ah, nicely done. Well spotted. He made some threats, and I cracked up. Alright, let's come back here. We're under time pressure. It's not the end of the world that I've lost a pawn. But I have lost a pawn. It's got to be said. Knight here would be more pressure. I'd probably have to trade it off. Alright, so the knight looks good, really good from here. Hits all kinds of weak squares. I don't agree with f5 here. Alright, that loses the exchange. Bertrand with the bits.
Bertrand cheered with 75 bits.
Okay, Navin wants me to skip this song. So I'll take here. So I can take here, I can play bishop here first. I'll take here and then go bishop here later. Alright, let's go ahead and skip this. I'll trust that Navin actually requested that. I think he did. Okay, I'm gonna have to skip this one. Right here. I only have 27 seconds. Let's go here. I think that works. So he's playing pretty aggressive now under time pressure. I'm not sure this leads to anything. Yeah, let's go king back. This knight's under attack. I don't see where he goes though. Okay, so timeout. Looks like he couldn't find a good move to save the knight. Yeah, good game. Good game, Haunted Sink. Bertrout says, "Hey, Chess Chris, how you been? There's a lot more gangster rap on the Chess Chris show than I remembered." Yeah, sometimes I have to skip that. Yeah. Sometimes I have to skip some song requests for bad language like that. But yeah, good game, Haunted Sink. If you're back in the chat, I don't know if you are yet. You said you were going to mute the stream during your game. But yeah, I lost the pawn there, and then you kind of fell apart, I guess, in time pressure. But yeah, well played. I think you're used to longer time controls for sure. But yeah, all right. So let's move on. Zernix wants to play, and Misanthrope. All right, I haven't played Zernix or Misanthrope today, so we'll just go first come first serve. Zernix is next. All right, so d4 here. All right, so d4, d5. I'll play King's Gambit, Queen's Gambit as always. You go get a job. What is this? What is this inside joke? I'm not privy to. Go get a job. So e3 here, just to win back the pawn. The court ordered you not to get a job. Oh no. All right, let's just develop and get castled. All right, Zernix is playing quickly. So knight b2 to support the knight. I'm going to go here with the queen and see what happens next. So Haunted Sink is streaming a while. Nice. Glad you could stop by before you decided to start streaming Haunted Sink. That's nice of you. You want to see more Dusk. What is Dusk? Oh, Dusk is what Haunted Sink has been playing. Okay. Oh, by the way, Bertrand, I didn't have a chance to properly thank you. I appreciate the 75 bits. That was really nice. I do appreciate that. I think I might have been in time trouble or something when you gave that earlier. All right, let's hit h3 on the bishop. It makes lift for the king. It doesn't make lift right away because he's got this pressure here. But I don't want any tactics with him winning h2 or anything. So this seems like a useful move right now. All right, just pulls it back. Maybe I can go knight here to win the bishop pair. He hasn't castled yet, so it's kind of a threat of opening up the center. Let's go for that and see what happens. I'm ready to put the bishop back on, to put a knight right back on f3 after trading this one off. So didn't seem like too much risk. All right, so now e4 and this idea is calling to me. I can't play that quite yet. This idea jumps out at me to stop him from castling. I can play knight g5 after that. That looks really tempting, but you know, my rook. I can't get my rooks to support that idea. It doesn't actually stop him from castling because he has bishop e7. After that, so he can't get away with this. I'm not seeing a good follow up here. All right, and something is not playing. Sally, whoever requested Belarusia cheer to me, I'm going to have to skip that. For some reason, it's not playing. Okay, and we're skipping that one as well. All right, we'll just play bishop d2, I guess. Get the bishop off the back rank, connect the rooks. Nate Pagel says, "Hey Chris, love your stream. Can you do a lesson on the Snuts Gambit named after the Grandmaster Dr. D. Snuts?" Okay, troll comment. Thanks very much for that. So rook c1 opposite the queen. I'm always good for a laugh on stuff like that, I guess. He still hasn't moved his king. His king is still in the center. that makes me want to look at sacrifices and stuff. Like queen here makes me think of this. Let's do that and then save that as an option later. I'm not really afraid of this move at all. When the bishop backed up to f4, did you consider e4 threatening the bishop and afterwards the fork on e5? I think you might be talking about the hot and sink game. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't remember that position well enough right now. Or are you talking about when his bishop backed up to f5? e4 here seems like a decent idea. He's got to deal with this somehow. So we're listening to some kind of like high school, the University of Ohio marching band. Oh, nice. Okay. It's decent enough if you're from Ohio. I wonder who requested this. Misanthrope 87. Okay. So he plays e4, e5 himself to stop my e5. It looks like I'm winning the bishop pair because he can't take back with the knight. So I'll take back with the knight. Oh, but he gets the light square bishop right back, which I guess is okay. Or is it? No, I think I'll just play here and go from here. Just rid b2 of any issues here. And then I can hit the queen. I can pin the knight. He's got discoveries here with the knight, but actually, yeah, that is a threat because this pawn would fall. All right. So maybe bishop here. I don't know. I'm low on time, aren't I? Wow. Just bring the queen back. So now I can't play knight here because the knight's tied down to the bishop. So now we have some piano music. It's nice. Okay, so this move is really tempting. Kicking his knight. I think I'll go for that. Does it work tactically? I mean, I guess it's defended well enough for now. I might as well go for it. The idea to play bishop g5, hitting this rook. He's pinning it. Nice. Okay. Applying more pressure here. I think you're gonna need to play this move. So knight here is an idea, hitting f7. want to play rook e1 so I can unpin this pawn. Right now the queen's tied down to the defense, so unpinning is kind of difficult. But after rook e1, I can play like queen here or queen here to unpin. So knight here. Okay, yeah, so I can go forward with this rook e1 idea. All right, I have so few time now, so little time. Okay, let's bring the queen back. I'm not threatening to take here because the knight's on it, but it's nice to note that the pawn is not defending it. So maybe I'm threatening g3. Not really, because I don't want him to take h3. But yeah, knight g5 still seems like an idea. Could also go pawn here. Actually seems really nice. 1, 2, 3. Only 1, 2. Maybe not. Okay. I don't know. I'm really low on time here. It's hard to formulate a plan and see what's what on the board. Okay. I really don't know. Two, 3. 1, 2, 3. So I can move the knight and play f4. Let's try that. So he's wanting to trade? That's interesting. Oh my god, the queen was... Wow. Yeah, that's a time pressure blunder right there. Wow. Oh, that also loses here. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm playing like crap. Okay. So he's not taking that. So I'm down a piece here and really low on time. Zernix lost, I think, a couple of streams ago in an in-game where we were basically equal, and he lost a piece, unfortunately, in the in-game. That's the last game I think I played with Zernix. I don't remember the first one. But yeah, this knight maneuver seems good. I'm down a piece here, but I have good space for my pieces. Let's go here. Boy. Okay. I guess trades are good for him, but I don't know what else to do, really. Let's go here, stopping this. Can't do that. Let's go here, I guess. Yeah, I know I shouldn't be trading here, but it's time pressure and I don't know what else to do. It's not fun. Having so little time on the clock. Okay, now this looks like a draw because he dropped his knight. Man, I don't think I can make progress here that I can see. But his king's tied down to this, I think. My king is tied down here. So yeah, I'm going to offer a draw with my next move. I'm going to play king here. Yeah, so he agrees. Good game, Zernix. Well done. We both lost a piece. Okay, I'm going to skip this. Alright. So yeah, Zernix held me to a draw. Well done. Good game, well played. You can see my emote here in the chat. How do I find my thing? Okay, it's actually not easy for me to do that in Streamlabs chat. I have to go to a different chat. Here we go. Good game, well played, Zernix. It's the first time you've gotten anything other than a loss against me, so congratulations are in order. So Misanthrope wants to play an 8-minute rapid game. All right, this is a nice change of pace. There's no increment here, so time matters a little bit more. Okay, so Honda Sync. Yeah, well, thanks for joining me, and I appreciate the game as well. So Misanthrope, it's your turn. Okay, we can skip that as well. All right, this is a classic song. If it is what I think it is. All right, so d4, d5, I'll play Queen's Gambit as always. All right, d takes c. I'll play e3. Yeah, I think that was some parody song, Naven. It sounded like Adam Sandler. Some comedy thing. Also, guys, skip exists for a reason in the chat. If you guys don't like the way something sounds, vote to skip it. Voting to skip is free, and if 3 of you agree to skip, then it just gets skipped. So e6 is pretty passive. Probably getting the bishop out was better before playing e6. But all right. Let's develop my knights and castle. All right, so we both castled. So I think e4 might be a good idea to get this bishop out. Let's try that. He's got to respond to the threat of e5 here. Oh, so he missed e5. So this wins a piece. It's probably, maybe his best bet is to take here, or maybe move back so they can take back on f6. Okay, so this means I can't take the piece right away. There is something to be considered for, like taking the knight, takes my bishop, then I take his g-pawn. That opens up his king side. But to be fair, I think I'd rather just be up a piece. So I'm just going to move my bishop for now. Bertrand says, I helped my buddy move to 61-inch projection TV and now my forearms feel like tapioca. Oh, I hate that. Man, sometimes you push too hard at the gym and you can't move your arms for the next day or two. I hate that. It's kind of a good feeling too, because you know you're building muscle or whatever, but at the same time, you feel really weak after building muscle like that. All right, Naven, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. I'm here every Monday and Tuesday, by the way. So, all right, so knight g4, he's moving his knight away. I think I'll just take the bishop. Probably should just take back with the queen here. Take back with a pawn does deserve some consideration, but take back with the queen is a nice developing move. All right, so he goes with the pawn. I'm going to kick his knight away. It makes left for my king and tells his knight to go somewhere. Sonic Castle, hey, how's it going? You know, I was watching this morning. I decided to watch my own stream, And I think I might have missed a question from you, Sonic Castle, in the chat. And it might have been you. It might have been someone else in the chat. Anyway, someone asked me if I was going to teach my kids to play chess. I only have the one child for now. And yes, I definitely plan on teaching her to play chess. She already knows the names of some of the pieces. So yeah, trading is good for me. Oh, that move was played too quickly. I guess he was thinking, he proposes a take back. This is a casual game. I think I'll go ahead and allow that. But yeah, so he said sorry misclick. So yeah, I'm fine with that. Okay. So knight here hits the queen and the pawn. Seems good. He has to go back, I think, to defend the pawn. Let's go for that. This is a song from a movie that I really like. Who requested this? Bertrout. Nice. I love this movie, Bertrout. This is such a good like I think who starred in this movie? George Clooney played such a really oddball character in this movie. And I forget oh Brother, Where Art Thou is the name of the movie. Yeah. Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? I'm a Man of Constant Sorrow. Yeah. All right, let's hit the knight now. Rook C1. Got some more song requests. Thanks, Sonic Castle. Okay, so where can I put more pressure on this position? Maybe queen up and then rook over, something like that, or just rook over first. It's a little bit uncomfortable with the rook opposite the queen like this. I'm not seeing any tactics for, right away involving the rook and the queen, but still it creates possibilities. All right, so wow, e5. That's interesting because it opens up my bishop. So if I take here, I could just push. Pushing blocks in my bishop though. Probably taking, but after knight takes, my knight is almost loose here, and this trade, yeah, I don't know. Let's see what happens. I think it might be okay for me. So we're both increasing the scope of our own bishops here with all these trades. So I think queen takes is actually possible here. If he takes my knight, I can just take his queen. If he takes back, I go here. I lose a pawn here, though. So we trade this pawn for this pawn. Not happy about that. This is my defender. If I keep trading this way, queen takes. He's got pressure on the knight. But then I could take this. I could take it like this now. That's probably no good, though, with the pin here. I'm gonna keep trading though, because I'm up a piece, right? So any trade here should be decent for me. And I'm guessing he'll take back with the pawn, because if he takes back with the queen, this is kind of dangerous for him. All kinds of stuff happening here that he might not like. I just realized my rating is exactly 2000 in Rapid. That's kind of funny. It's not 2001 or 1999. It's 2000. That must have happened last stream, because I don't think I've played a rated Rapid game since then. All right, so now here I have knight takes pawn hitting his queen, and I'm also hitting his bishop. And the thing is, I don't actually see where his queen goes to defend the bishop. Yeah, I'm not sure how he defends here. Sonic says, seriously, only here I remember all the songs I've ever heard. Only here I remember all the songs I've ever heard. So that you can request them? Oh, by the way, the song queue is empty, so if you want to request something, It needs to happen quick. All right, so he's pinned my knight or whatever to my king, to my queen. But I can take the pawn here, and if he takes, I take. Yeah. So the fact that his queen is like in jeopardy. Actually, I could just take his queen here. Yeah, let's just do that. I guess he missed that the discovery happened when my knight moved. I almost missed it. I didn't see that right away. I thought about attacking his queen, but then I'm like, oh, I can just take his queen. Good game, Misanthrope. Yeah. Opening up all those lines for like my rooks and stuff were already well placed in the center when you decided to open up the position. Probably if you'd played your own rooks to the center first and then played a pawn break like e5, it would have gone a lot better for you. That's the main advice I have. It looks like you started attacking before all your guys were ready. Like your rooks aren't really doing anything staring behind your pawns like this. So I'd advise you to move your rooks out first and then prepare stuff like e5 after that. And Sonic Castle, I'm not sure. The chat kind of died when Bertrout and Haunted Sync left. Maybe they're all go checking out their streams, which is fine. I'll probably raid one of them. Although I'm not sure that Bertrout left, or if he just stopped chatting, or if he's streaming, or what. But yeah, maybe Haunted Sync went live and Bertrout is in Haunted Sync's channel. Anyway, it's not worth worrying about. The Chess with Chris show is almost over, and I'll probably raid Haunted Sync if he's playing chess. I don't know who is live right now, but I still got another game or two left in me. Bullet Lifter's next. So Bullet Lifter wants to play. Okay, Bullet Lifter, you challenged me to a daily game. This is like correspondence chess. So what you need to do is pick a time control that's not like one move per day or something. Like this is like unlimited one move per day type chess. So let's not do that. Bullet Lifter, go ahead and send me a faster challenge if you will. Sonic Cast wants to play a 15-15 game. Those are an hour long. I don't have time for that. Unfortunately, Sonic Castle. But Different King has challenged me to 5-3. That I have time for. Different King, you're up next. I keep playing white. I get white all the time. It's so weird. I don't think I played black yet this stream. Maybe I played black once. All right, so c5. He's going to play a Benko or Benoni. So he plays Benko Gambit. All right, so here I just play knight f3, I think. And then I think I'll play either like e3 or e4, one of those two. I forget which. I guess e3. Can I check if I did it right this time? Yeah. Bullet Lifter 8-8. Yeah, I probably won't have time for that either. That's a pretty long game, 8-8. That would take at least, I think, half an hour. It could take up to half an hour, I think. That's a pretty long game. But normally, yeah, that would be perfect for the stream if you had challenged me earlier in the stream. All right. So we just need to get developed and castle. So we're both castled. And if he doesn't take here, I'll go ahead and take. Just to release this tension, it's fine. I can trade off the light squared bishop, develop the queen, hitting the rook. Yeah, that's fine. So now I have knight here, threatening a fork. I don't know what that does. I mean, actually, you can just take here. It's probably not the best. Giving up the a pawn. So bishop d2. 6 plus 6. It's still pretty long. Why don't we try a 5 plus 3? If I have time. Let's see how long this game lasts. All right, so Rook here. He's got all this pressure. This is what happens at the Benko. We get this middle game where... All right, this song is over. I'm already tired of it anyway. But This music, wow. So again, skip exists for a reason. If you don't like this, if you do like this, whatever. I don't mind it right now, but it's kind of a funny song. Yeah, Sonic Castle, it's already over. The current song is only another 3 minutes long, so. Alright, so knight here. I'm gonna put my knight here, see what happens. Oh, right, he's threatening this. Jeez. I just dropped a pawn for no reason. It's no fun. Yeah, Tyrus, you saw it and I didn't. Bullet Lifter, I haven't done it right this time. I'm giving up. Bullet Lifter. 5 plus 3, this will work. If I have time, I'll play you next. Yeah. We'll just see how long it takes to win or lose against this guy. It looks like the pressure is mounting. I'm not sure. Yeah. This middle game is tricky to play from the white side. I've never been good at these Benko positions. Okay, so Lictopred wants to play out Pachelbel. I'd much rather hear that than this, so I'm going to go ahead and skip. Thanks, Lictopred. Cannon in D. It's very soothing, peaceful music here. Alright, so that looks like it loses the exchange. I don't know if that's sufficient compensation for 2 pawns, but I will go ahead and win the exchange here. Yeah, Sonic Castle, I do need to look at some games in the like I have a bunch of opening moves prepared, but then I'm kind of at a loss for like what kind of plans to make after that. So yeah, looking at some Grandmaster games in this opening would be a good thing for me to do, I think. Okay, so queen here hits this, it threatens this. Seems good. So he's got 2 pawns for the exchange, which is more than enough compensation, I believe. But yeah, I can get one pawn back really quick. How does he defend this? If I was to go knight here, how does he defend this pawn? I think he's leaving his king behind here. And if he moves it, I have knight here. Yeah, this looks like trouble for black. I realize I'm going to be in trouble here really quickly if I'm not careful. Like if he defends over here with just his bishop, then I'm going to be impressed. I don't see his queen or knight coming back here in time. But maybe I don't have enough pieces for an attack. We'll see. Mind Brand isn't calm, and I still didn't request it in this stream. Well, you better get it in quick. Yeah, I'm not looking for only peaceful music. Bisenthrop says, would you recommend for an advanced beginner to play casual openings or just stick to more standard openings? Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean by casual. But as long as you're playing to normal, solid opening principles, I don't think you can go too wrong. Yeah. So I think king here is forced, and then I have queen here check, which is mate, actually. So this is a forced mate, unfortunately. I believe this is right. King here is forced, and then I have check. The only move is bishop f8, followed by queen f8. It's mate, yeah. GG. So yeah, there were probably better ways to defend there, but yeah. All right, and I do have time for one more. So Bullet Lifter, congratulations. I believe this may be your first Lichess game ever, right? You created this account today. Yeah, it doesn't look like you've played any rated games. You might be playing some casual before this, but good luck, have fun. It's your turn. Non-casual, gosh, what am I typing today? So yeah, I'm not sure what you mean by casual or non-casual or whatever. Just play by the opening principles. And the opening principles are you move a center pawn, get your knights out and your bishops out. Connect your rooks by castling and moving your queen a little bit. Don't move your queen too far. And that's all you got to do. That's all you got to know for the beginning as a beginner. Sometimes that's all I ever do. All right, so e3 is interesting. This has a name, but I've forgotten the name. I'll just play d5, d3. All right, so I'll take the center since he's giving it to me. Okay, so I'm going to take c5 as well, and then I'll probably play knight c6 behind it, defending defending e5. And then now I just want to develop my kingside and castle. But now I have to react to this pawn. So I'm not playing by any book moves right now. Misanthrope. I'm just playing like standard opening principle chess, where I move my bishops and knights out. I put some pawns in the center. I'm about to connect my rooks by castling and moving my queen, and opening over. Yeah, Van Kruij's opening Tiris. Yeah, he's played this kind of like a hedgehog. This is like the hedgehog setup. So it's a very solid opening. It's kind of hard to attack, but it's very defensive, right? Like normally you play this as black, not white. Yeah, Japser. Yeah, you're right. This is more common as black. Mr. said, what I meant is you said you're not really aware of this Bangkok situations. Oh, the Benko situations. So I wonder if I'd have an advantage forcing games in directions like this where my people play on my level don't know at all. Yeah, there are some advantages to be gotten in the opening when when your opponents don't know what they're doing, but you're more likely to get an advantage out of knowing tactics better than your opponents. And I think you'll find that your rating will go up faster when you study tactics compared to when you study openings, because openings lead to middle game positions in which you need to know tactics, right? So knowing them better than your opponent is just, regardless of what opening you play, you'll do well. You'll do better, I think. Okay, so I'm going to play here. Get rid of this light square bishop if I can. So strategy and tactics for the middle game, I think, are more important for a beginner. So do some puzzles to study tactics and read some good strategy from authors like Jeremy Silman, or I just got a book on strategy. John Helston's Mastering Chess Strategy is decent. It may be too high level for an advanced beginner. I'm not sure. The Amateur's Mind is a good read by Jeremy Silman. That's another good one I can recommend. Yeah, just follow opening principles for the opening of the game, which is develop your minor pieces before the other pieces. Try to control the center with your pawns, and oh wow, the Lacrimosa from oh, I love this song. So this is the Lacrimosa from Mozart's Requiem chorale. I love this music. Oh, so beautiful. Sonic Castle says, someone did a statistic which you need to learn about how much to be a master. The most time was on tactics. Yeah. Spending enough time to learn enough tactics to become master is and that just comes by familiarizing yourself with patterns that, every master must know. Like, you have to know all the tactical patterns, basically, right? and then be able to combine them in various situations in the middle game. I need fancy closing to match the music. Yeah, sometimes I do wear a collared shirt on stream. I didn't make that effort today. Yeah, like Masters, like just to get to National Master level, you probably need to know some theory, but at least in the openings that you play, but you don't need to know like as much as like the top players do. That's for sure. Yeah, in Sonic Castle, the speed at which masters play things like Puzzle Rust really astounds me sometimes. I'm blown away by that. It's amazing to watch. The best I've ever done at Puzzle Rush is like 28. And going over that is going to be tricky because I keep getting like between 20 and 25, like a lot. Like I get between 20 and 25 a lot. I think today I got a 26, and that I felt really good for getting the 26. So beating the 28 is going to be rough. Experiment. You'd be surprised if you play enough chess. Blindfold chess is not that hard. If you just try to do it with a friend. I mean, unless you don't know notation. If you don't know the notation and being able to describe specifically where all the pieces go, then they're not going to understand. But if you know notation, if you read books and stuff like that in chess, just try it with a friend. Sit down without a board, and then speak your first move, and then tell them to do their own. It's actually not that hard. I was able to play blindfold when I was a 1300 player. Like it's not that hard. You just have to have a lot of experience. Having played a lot of games, you become familiar enough with the chessboard to be able to play blindfolded. Blindfolded is not playing one game blindfolded is not that impressive. Doing a simul blindfolded, like some grandmasters can do, that's impressive. Playing multiple games at once, I wouldn't be able to do that. That's for sure. Okay. All right, so open up the F file. Seems good. Oh, this performance of the Rondo La Turque is funny. Like, I'm a piano player, so I played this classical music before. He seemed to have added something there that I wasn't familiar with. Doubling up on the F file seems good. Bullet Lifter says this is the hardest chess game I've ever had. Interesting. Well, you're playing a strong player, right? So, hopefully I can give you a good game. Nothing added? I heard some... So he's rolling the left hand. But-a-dup, but-a-dup. That I'm not familiar with. Like, I've heard that much more straight. But-lum, but-lum, not but-a-dum. It's a little bit weird to me, the way that sounded. Lukaku is predicting a win on time. Well, I have more time than my opponent right now, but we're gaining time every time we make a move. So as long as he makes a move every 3 seconds, he shouldn't lose on time. But all right, that lets me into this square. Yeah, that seems good. After I take back with the pawn, my knight has this square. So the knight coming in here is the next idea. Of course, this blocked off the F file, unfortunately, but I do like having this E5 square available. It's also on your sheets. Huh. Okay, so maybe the edition I had was more simplified then. All right, so knight here threatens my rook. So I'll just push it up and hope he goes back so that I can get this move in. Yeah, so I can go here now. So now we have Beethoven, the very common piece that's played for beginners called Für Elise. So I think queen here. With this idea also threatening here. So Bullet Lifter is almost lost on time here. All right, so the question is, if I go here, can he take my bishop? And I don't think he can because this is mate. So let's go here first. Okay, unfortunately it's still mate. So good game, Bullet Lifter. I guess you missed queen takes h2 there. Or you didn't miss it, but you didn't see rook h1 in time. So rook h1 I think was necessary to defend. Good game, Bullet Lifter. All right, so I think I'm gonna have to go. I'll go ahead and raid Will Paschal again. I raided him last week. So what is his full name? Slaggy, right. So thanks for watching, everyone. I'm live every Monday and Tuesday. So that's it for this week, but tune in again next week, and we'll see you guys later. All right. Yeah, so thanks for watching. See you next time. So Bullet Lifter, I'm live every Monday and Tuesday from 2:30 Eastern till about now. So yeah, we'll see you guys next time.